for the safety and security of our social life, group life, or the family life and the individual life, we must need morality or a moral life for its good and smooth maintenance. After distinguishing between good and bad, to lead life according to good ones is moral life. This moral life is ethical life. Sometimes this morality is identified with religion. This is found in almost in all scriptures of all religions of the world. Traditionally, we may call it religion, but it is morality. With morality, if you add the worship or prayer to God, then it is called religion, according to the view of or opinion of the Hindu Dharma. In Hindu religion, not only morality, but we found specific process of worship with the help and utterance of different types of mantras, offerings of fruits, flowers, different corns and sweets, etc., which is not found in other religions of the world. However, Sanatana Dharma is superior to Hindu Dharma. The differential or the distinguishing characteristics between the Hindu Dharma and the Sanatana Dharma, between Hindu religion and Sanatana religion. Sanatana religion is founded on Prasthanatrayi. Prasthanatrayi means 3 scriptures. By following and reflecting which a person can get prastha or exit from the bondage of the cycle of birth and death or the worldliness. And Trayi means 3 scriptures constituted of Shruti Prastha, comprising of 4 Vedas and 11 Upanishads, such as Shruti Prastha, 4 Vedas of Rig, Sam, Atharva, as well as Yajurveda, and also 11 Upanishads like Isha, Kena, Katha, Prashna, Aitareya, Taitariya, Chandogya, Brihadaranyaka, Shutasutara, Mundaka, and Mandukya. With the inclusion of 6 Indian philosophy of Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, and Vedanta. Smriti Prastha, that is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, including Patanjali Yoga or Kriya Yoga. And third one is Tarka Prastha, that is Brahma Sutra or Vedanta Darsana, Vedanta philosophy. On the other hand, Hindu religion is based on 18 Puranas, 18 Upapuranas, and 18 Smriti scriptures. Ashtasha Puranas are Vishnu Puran, Varaha, Vamana, Padma, Shiva, Agni, Brahmavaivarta, Brahmanda, Bhavishya, Bhagavata, Markandeya, Matsya, Narada, Linga, Brahma Purana, Skanda Purana, Karma Purana, and Garuda Purana. Ashtasha Upapuranas are Ganesha, Naradiya, Narasingha, Kapila, Nandikeya, Varuna, Durvasa, Ambika, Bhargava, Marichi, Usana, Kalika, Maheshwara, Saura, Parasara, Maudal, Sanat Kumar, and Kumar. Ashtasha Smriti scriptures are Manu, যাজ্ঞবল্ক, পারশর, বশিষ্ঠ, হারিত, নারদ, আপ্তস্তম্ভ, স্তপ, সাংখ্য, লিখিত, ব্যাস, ভরদ্বাজ, কাশ্যপ, দক্ষ, বিষ্ণু, যম, and Brihaspati. Sanatana Dharma is mainly based on Vedic teachings and specifically Ayurveda principally constituted of inquiring into soul within yourself with the help of a Kriya Yoga meditation founded by Mahasi Patanjali, who is the author of Yogeswarananda or Ashtanga Yoga Sutra, or Ashtanga Yoga philosophy. The ultimate goal of a Jivan Mukti or liberation while living in this present physical body with the inclusion of the performance of Niskama Karma Yoga to be contained specifically in Bhagavad Gita during, and these Niskama Karmas are to be done during your day-to-day activities, as a consequence of which there will be no products of karma phalas and no outcome of their sanskaras or impressions leading to rebirth. Sanatana Dharma is not a religion as in the sense of the Hindu Dharma or Hindu religion. Sanatana religion is essentially based on spirituality or spirit or soul, for which the person is to inquire into soul through Kriya Yoga meditation for own self-realization or God realization. Hindu Dharma is based on religion constituting of morality and worship of mantras to different qualified gods and goddesses, as well as 10 incarnations for Videha Mukti, the liberation after the fall or death of the present physical body. The highest goal of Sanatana Dharma is the attainment of God or Brahma through Kriya Yoga meditation constituting of Bandha, Mudra, Pranayama and ultimately Nirvikapa Samadhi. While on the other hand, the highest goal of a human life is Ishvara Darshan or the holy sight of Ishvara or God, or in any form of any deity out of 33 crores of gods and goddesses. But mainly 3 gods are important, like Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. In little broader way or sense, 5 gods or goddesses are important as described: Gane, Narayane, Rudre, Ambike, Bhaskara तथा भिन्ना भिन्नु नकुरुतदिदं पंचदेव नमस्तुते. Do not maintain any difference among these 5 deities like Ganesh, Narayan, Rudra or Shiva, Ambika means Kali, Durga, etc. and Sun God, to whom my salutations. The worship of these 5 types of gods or goddesses with the traditional rites and rituals, form and formalities, festivities and festivals, customs and uses, long-old traditions and beliefs constitute Hinduism or Hindu Dharma. In Hinduism, God or any deity is claimed to be attained through Bhava Samadhi. The devotees claim to have been merged into some type of a Bhava Samadhi. As per them, a type of a God intoxicated state. Without getting this Bhava Samadhi or God intoxicated state, there is no possibility of attainment or holy sight of any divine deity or Ishvara or God. According to Sanatana Dharma, God, otherwise called Brahma, as the ultimate reality, of Prasthanatrayi is beyond all bhavas or emotions, being beyond the range of body sense, mind, intellect, sense organs, and ego. Ultimate reality is absolute, unconditional, infinite, all pervading, all inclusive, and one. If such is the state and conditions of God, then through Bhava Samadhi, the devotee cannot attain Godhood stage, because the devotee is in a bhava or emotion. Then that devotee cannot get absolute God. Without going beyond emotion and mental entities, or going beyond the mind, sense, organs, intellect, and worldly consciousness of manifoldness, how God can be attained? Only the practice of Kriya Yoga can take the practitioner to the absolute state called Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which gives God realization state or Brahma Nirvana, or attainment of a Brahmic state, which is the ultimate goal of Sanatana Dharma. Sattvika qualities, out of these three qualities, such as Sattva, Raja, and Tama, are the base of the attainment of Ishvara or God or any deity. But on the other hand, God is Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam. God is beyond all emotions and is beyond three gunas, three qualities of Prakriti, according to Sanatana Dharma. Trayunya Vishaya Veda, Nistrigunya Bhavarjuna, Nirdvanda Nitya Sattvastha, Niryoga Khyama Atmava. And this is written in second chapter, 45 verse of Bhagavad Gita. O Arjuna, Vedas relating to Dravya Yajna, like worshipping deities with so many worshipping materials or Dravya or objects, praying Lord for something as an object in the mind, higher ceremony performing with so many objects, and so on and so forth, are all object oriented. Therefore, Lord Krishna advises or instructs Arjuna to be Nistrigunya, to go beyond three qualities of the Prakriti, Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam. Without going beyond three qualities of Prakriti, Nastrigunya, through Kriya Yoga meditation, a person can never get the stage of God realization at all. This is the view of a Sanatana religion. In spirituality, or according to Sanatana Dharma, there is a Nirvana Mukti or permanent liberation, being merged into God or Brahman during lifetime through Nirvikalpa Samadhi, achieved by the Kriya Yoga meditation, while in Hindu religion, or while according to Hindu religion, the devotee entering into heaven for some specific short period, for some sort of a temporary heavenly enjoyment after death, as per the result of good deeds. When the results of good deeds or meritorious deeds will be exhausted by the enjoyment in the heavenly abode, then the devotees again take birth on earth as per the force of the previous karma phala, according to law of karma. That is why the staying and enjoying heavenly happiness in heavenly abode is not permanent. It is completely temporary by nature. Some religious people say that the heavenly state is permanent. However, the heavenly abode is not the permanent abode of the devotee. According to law of karma, the universal law of cause and effect, or the universal law of antecedents and consequence, the effect or the consequence cannot be greater than the cause of or the antecedent. The effect must be adequate to the cause must be adequate to the effect. From 1 liter of milk, you cannot get 2 liters of cheese. If milk is 1 liter, the cheese out of it must be 1 liter or 1 kg, or less than 1 kg. That is why the duration period of your heavenly stay is determined as per your meritorious deeds or good deeds on the earth. Same is the case with the hell. A person is to go through the hell according to the non-meritorious or sinful activity. Degree of meritorious deeds is the degree of duration of stay in the heaven. Same is the case that happens in case of evil deeds for the duration of stay in the abode of hell. Both hell and heaven are temporary by nature. Both cannot be permanent at all according to meritorious deeds and non-meritorious deeds performed by living in this present physical body on the earth. The ultimate end of Sanatana Dharma, being constituted of spirituality, is formless, that is truth, permanent, unchangeable, and one. While the ultimate end of a Hindu religion is form of some specific divine deity or god or goddesses, that is falsity, transitory, temporary, manifold, and changeable by nature. This godly form of the devotee in Hinduism may be in the human form or some other beast or something other. In case of Dhruva, God appears as Narayan with the cones, the wheel, mace, and lotus flower in his 4 hands. In case of Prahlad, God appears as Narasingha, half man and half lion. In spirituality, or in case of a Sanatana religion, the activities are inwardly done through yoga meditation or Kriya Yoga meditation, going beyond body, mind, intellect, sense organs, and ego. While in the religion, or in the case of religion, the activities are outward by nature through devotion from heart connected with puja or worship, chanting of a specific name of a deity, as a worldly person does his worldly activity with the help of body, mind, intellect, ego, and worldly consciousness. A devotee, practically speaking, does some worldly activity only name of a god, stamping religious activity that are not connected with God at all. God is immaterial, and on the other hand, religious activities are completely material by nature. How the activities performing through the help of matter or the material objects by body and mind will be God, that is immaterial. In spirituality or Sanatana Dharma, the ultimate end is all-pervading God, who is real. Though he is beyond the reach of human mind, intellect, and sense organs, the meditation practitioners are going beyond all material and formal existence. Through meditation, merges himself or herself into infinite God, whereas in Hindu religion, the ultimate end is the creation of a human mind, and it has no existence in the reality. And if God appears, he appears to devotee in some particular form that is material by nature and visible and experienced through sense organs. But in Sanatana Dharma, God or Brahma is absolute, invisible, and non-sensuous by nature. In spirituality, the ends and its connected means are introversy, whereas in religion, the ends and its connected means are extroverty. In spirituality, the end is the soul in personal point of view, and God in universal point of view, and its means to get the end is Kriya Yoga meditation. That is completely introversion. In religion, the end is not God himself. A particular form of God appears and then he disappears in invisibility to his devotees, to these physical eyes. Before appearance, he also came from level of invisibility to earthly plane. The means is worship and prayer that are extrovasive and connected with the matter, being as good as material activities. In the scriptures, it is told, Javat no khyate karmam subhava subhameva va tavat no jayate mukhyam nunam kalpa sateirapi. Tatha loho moi pasei, tatha loho moi pasei, tatha sunna moi pasei, tatha baddho bhavat jiva karnavasya subhi subhi. According to Sanatana Dharma, as long as actions or results of actions, either good or bad, are not completely destroyed, till then the liberation cannot be attained. As a person is in the same bondage, arrested or tied by a chain made of either gold or iron, in the same manner, a person is in the same bondage by doing actions, either of good or bad. Good deeds constitute gold chain, and for sinful deeds there is iron chain. Maybe either gold or iron, there must be bondage. According to Hindu Dharma, it is admitted by the scriptures that a religious person attains heaven. That is considered as the periodical liberation, whereas a practitioner of a Kriya Yoga meditation achieves the stage of a God relation, leading to Nirvana Mukti, or that is called perpetual liberation. Nirvana puts a stop to the cycle of birth and death, as well as to the law of karma permanently. In the conclusion, lastly, I am to say, Kriya Yoga is based on breath control. That is, as is the breath, so is the mind, intellect, ego and consciousness. If breath is calm and quiet, then all the four internal instruments are calm and quiet. Jadrushi pranapavana, tadrushi evohi prani. That means, as is the condition of the breath, so is the condition of mind, intellect, ego and consciousness. Therefore, by the practice of Kriya Yoga, you have to pacify the breath. By that, suppose I am telling, chale bate chale chitam nischale bhave. If the breath is very quick, then mind, intellect, ego, sense organs are quick. If breath is calm and quiet, then all these are calm and quiet. Therefore, through the practice of Kriya Yoga, we have to have breath control. In ordinary stage, our breath per minute is 15 to 16 times per minute. While you are sleeping, the breath rate is only 10 times per minute. And while you are running, 30 times or 25 times per minute. Therefore, by the practice of Kriya Yoga, slowly you have to control the breath, and breath will be calm and quiet, and then by this process, once we can reach the stage of absolute stage. Or we will go beyond body sense. There is no function for mind, intellect, ego and consciousness and sense organs. And this is called absolute state. When you reach this absolute state, and that is the Godhood state, then we can merge into absolute God. This is called Nirvikapa stage of Samadhi. And this is as good as Brahmisthiti, the merging of a sadhaka or practitioner into Brahma or God. This is called liberation. This is called liberation. Finish.